Mali, Niger and Burkina Faso have signed a security pact to protect each other in case of any uprising or external aggression. The three countries are currently ruled by military leaders.
Les parties contractantes œuvreront en outre.
The contracting parties will work to prevent, manage and resolve any armed rebellion or other threat to territorial integrity and sovereignty of each of the member countries of the alliance, giving priority to peaceful and diplomatic means and, if necessary, to use force to deal with situations of breakdown of peace and stability.
À user de la force pour faire face aux situations de rupture, de la paix et de la stabilité.
Mali's top diplomat says they will stand together as sovereign states.
Toute atteinte à la souveraineté.
Any attack on the sovereignty and the territorial integrity of the one or more of the contracting parties will be considered as the aggression against the other parties and will entail a duty of assistance and relief on the part of all parties.
The three countries are struggling to contain insurgents, and their relations with neighbors and international partners have been strained because of the coups that's brought their military leaders to power. The latest coup in Niger drove a wedge between the three countries and other members of the regional bloc, the Economic Community of West African States, that has threatened to use force to restore constitutional rule.
Certainly not in the interest of any African country in this bloc. So they don't have a choice. Now, the junta have said they're giving it 3 years. All ECOWAS can now do is to negotiate a shorter timeline.
United Nations Deputy Secretary General Amina Mohammed says this is quite concerning.
Well, for me, it's a very big wake-up call to the social contract. You have democracies that are in place. Many of them are a work in progress. And when they don't deliver for people, it leaves people and a country vulnerable to instances like coups. And when you're seeing coups that are being celebrated, you have to think twice. Why would that happen? There's coups in the past were never celebrated. And today they are. So I think it is a question for us to look again back inwards. These models for democracy, the resources that are needed for a democracy to thrive is not just an election. It is about delivering on services for education, for health, for someone to have a job, to have hope, to have some predictability that that nation is growing and that they will be a part of it. When that's absent, that's a big problem.
All the three states were members of the Front's supported G5 Sahel Alliance joint force with Chad and Mauritania to tackle terrorism in the region. But diplomatic ties with France have soured since the coups. Khayelihle, Khumalo, SABC News, Johannesburg.